Brad Ray here has so much work to do from that 5th row. He needs a squeaky clean start. That's not easy to do when you're mired mid-pack into Old Hall and then dropping down into Cascades.
Especially with a little bit of pressure. He's coped with it really well as Brad. But you're going to feel it, for sure.
Now we're finally good to go racing. Yesterday's race winner, Josh Brooks, lines up on pole. Bad Boy is back and Dow Racing have their first win. The green flag is waving, which means we are finally here at Oulton on Sunday, ready to go racing. Lights out. Good start there from Brooks on pole. Not so much for Leon Haslam, number 91. Hidden though, aggressive, and he takes the lead into turn 1. Kyle Wright, defending champion, goes through turn 1 in 5th spot. Brad Ray, fine through there. He's made up a couple of places, so keep our eyes on him.
Yeah, he's got to be really careful. There's people around him he's not used to racing with, so I mean, just where he is, you've got to be careful. You're not just sure what's going to happen early on.
It's Christian Hidden on the AJN Steel Stock Kawasaki who leads, a race winner in Assen a couple of weeks ago. Then the 2 Dow Racing Hondas of Josh Brooks and Lee Jackson. Haslam 4th, Stacey's moved up ahead now of Kyle Ride on circuit as well. This is the section that has been treated. The riders all making their way through there neatly.
Looks really good to me. That
they've done a good job.
Yeah, done a really good job. They've got all the tools, but still, that takes a little bit of time and a lot of work.
This has been a good opening lap for Brad Ray. He's made up quite a bit of time, and he's making another move there on Dean Harrison. Can he get the bike stopped down into the chicane? Yes, he can. So he's up behind Billy McConnell now. He's getting his teeth stuck into this one. So Ray now has to try and fiddle his way through on McConnell and Cook. Up through towards Druids now. There is Kyle Ride.
Yeah, struggling a bit. Storm Stacey in front of him now.
Yeah, Storm got through a little earlier in the lap, and Max Cook is there. Look, Brad Ray, in fact, is going to be right up alongside Kyle Ride shortly.
Yeah.
He's going the long way round on Billy McConnell. That was brave. What a great move from Bradley Ray.
That was a brave.
He's not messing around here on the opening lap. Over the line we go then. It's Eden that leads from Brooks and Haslam, and Brad Ray is 8th from 14th on the grid.
Yeah, Kyle Ride up the inside of Storm Stacey, back into 5th, I think. This is typical from Kyle. He's taking his time just to get going, keeping out of trouble.
Have a look at this move again then from Brad Ray.
Yeah, Brad Ray's down the outside, no way up the inside, look, and that's drops it across the front. That's really confident, because if he wasn't all the way past and he was only 6 inches past, you don't really want to be touching somebody's front wheel.
He's up the inside of Max Cook into Island Bend as well, through Shell Oil. Another place made up for Ray. He's up to 7th. It's Eden, though, that leads.
Yeah, you can definitely see his championship rival in front of him now. Can Brad Ray?
Through Britain chicane. This is where he's going to try and get the drive now, Brad Ray. BMW is quick.
I'm going to say it's so quick. Regularly, that is the quickest bike on track when you see the speed trap times.
This is where he needs to try and make the move now. He'll pull over to the right-hand side of Storm Stacey. I don't know if he just quite got the drive, but he's going for it anyway.
Yeah,
he's got to get the bike stopped, though. He's trying to squeeze through. Storm closes him down, closes the door, so he's got to do it again now into the first turn.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. He's got a championship to think of, not just a pass. You know, he's got to stay out of trouble. He couldn't afford to get hit then by Storm Stacey, who, let's be honest, has very little to lose.
Nothing to lose at all. Out front, 2 riders stretching away. Iden and Haslam, a bit of a gap now back to Jackson, who's got through on his teammate. There is Kyle Ride and Storm Stacey almost alongside each other. Leon Haslam now challenging Christian Iden and goes through on the Motor Rapido Ducati to lead.
Yeah, pretty much on the power of that Ducati. You would expect that to have a little bit of speed on the Kawasaki down along towards Island Bend.
Don't forget, of course, Leon Haslam, a good day at the office here at Oulton Park, and he will go to Brands Hatch with an outside shot.
Yeah, that's right. It's an outside shot, though, isn't it?
It is. It's in fact, a miracle required, really, but you never know.
Well, he won a championship. Sorry, he lost the championship from 33 points in front, and he need more than that to win a championship from a lot further behind.
Kyle Ride's gone through on Josh Brooks, who's just fading a bit in the early stages on the Dow Racing Honda. Number 25 there. Storm Stacey looking to get in on the action at Knickerbrook. Hill and into Druids.
Problem Brad Ray has got is he doesn't just need to beat Kyle Ryde, he needs to beat him and have as many other people as he can in between.
Yeah, and he's struggling to find his way through, and Max Cook now is charging on Brad Ray, and that's a place lost then for Brad. He's got his eyes on Storm Stacey.
Yeah, this is the thing, you don't get any slack given by anybody else.
You can't settle in BSB at any point.
Not when you're back there. No.
And worse news still for him is that now right up behind him is Tommy Bridewell, who, as we know, has got some form here at Oulton Park. Down the hill, Storm Stacey, that's an interesting line. The outside line at Cascades rarely works, and it didn't there. So it's Haslam and Idden that lead. They're 2 seconds clear of this big group. That's nice from Ray, up the inside of Cook into Island Bend. One of the fastest corners on the circuit. Now into Shell Oils. Can he now find a way through on Storm Stacey? All right, defending champion at present in 4th. He'll be content with that because he can't see the number 28 up ahead of him. Stacey, so much power from that BMW.
That's the thing. I think he's going to have a go at Josh Brooks now.
And through he goes.
Yep. And that was pretty much on power. And that's the problem that Brad Ray's got.
Wee, foot off the peg there for Brad.
Yep.
Now, the Honda hasn't got the speed of the BMW, so there is an opportunity here for Brad Ray, and he goes through into Druids.
And that's as clean as you're going to get at Druids, is that?
Now he's got Storm to deal with once more. Out front, Haslam and Idden heading into the final turn. And it's Jackson, Ryde, Stacey and Ray.
Meanwhile, laps are clicking off.
Yes, it's only an 8-lap race, remember. Into Old Hall Corner now. Can Brad find a way through on Storm Stacey, who's making himself incredibly difficult to pass?
Yeah, I think Kyle Ryde's got to worry about Storm Stacey here.
Again, that wide sweeping line. Oh, yeah, too wide from Storm Stacey.
Yeah.
And just popping through the gap there is Bradley Ray, who's now up behind his championship rival, Kyle Ryde. Around Island Bend, is he going to have a look into Shell Oils and try and pounce early on? Ryde himself is thinking about a move. Ooh, not quite. It's now the fight for 3rd place then. Brad Ray simply has to outscore Kyle Ryde in this race.
Yeah, the pit crews need to be getting split times from, and they're getting them from the garage. They've all got TV screens up there and monitors to tell them exactly at the timing points who's in front of who, and they've been now preparing the signal boards.
Kyle Ryde. Brad wanted to go through on Kyle there, and Kyle was going through on Lee. Brad's managed to make up another space anyway. He's going to pick the pocket of Kyle Ryde. Kyle didn't see it coming, but he'll know exactly who it is. This has been a great ride from Brad Ray, from 14th on the grid.
Yes, but required.
Definitely required, but the best we've seen him in quite some time. Storm Stacey's just been beaten up on this lap. He's been punched back to 6th. Haslam leads from Idden. Brad Ray then in 3rd. Kyle Ryde, he won't mind this too much. He could just follow Brad home. It's damage limitation.
Yes, it is.
We start lap 6 of 8. All the pit boards there on the start-finish straight, giving the riders the information they need. There's a big group of riders here fighting for those top 3 or 4 positions. 34.991 for Brad Ray, the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, but with 2.5 laps to go, Brad Ray's probably not going to pick up any more positions and therefore points. So Kyle will know that.
Yeah, the only way that's going to happen is if Haslam and Idden perhaps engage in a big battle in the closing laps, but it does seem unlikely. Nevertheless, from 14th on the grid to 3rd, he's showing that he's got some real fight here. Red mist certainly came in for Brad just before the start of the race as they go through Britain's. Did gain 3/10 on the leading duo through sector 1.
He's going here. There is a chance.
He's gone purple sector there. He's just taken a half a second. He might be a chance.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
He's leaving it all out there, Brad Ray. This is brilliant. The 2 men fighting for this year's championship. Brad Ray, who started the 2025 season off 10 wins in the opening 12 races. He's only had 1 since in the 16 races that followed. But this is probably the best of Brad that we've seen in the last couple of months. Meanwhile, out front, it's still Haslam.
I'll tell you what, he's pulled his second back on this lap.
It's been an incredible lap. It will be another fastest lap of the race. Of that, there is no doubt. Probably mid to late 1:34s here coming for Brad Ray. Over the line we go. Haslam, Iden, Brad Ray, a 34.198.
That more than a second. 1.1 seconds he's taken as Brad Ray out. You're leading to Haslam and Iden.
Is there enough time? We're on the penultimate lap of the race here. Kyle Ryde at the moment, happy just to watch what's happening in front of him. He won't be happy if Ray wins the race and he stays in fourth, but there's still quite a bit of work here to do.
Yeah,
that's 1.6 seconds that he's got to find. Again though, he was a few tenths quicker on that first sector.
But in 2 laps, and he took a second, more than a second in 1 lap. And this has been another good sector for Brad. That's below a second now.
Yeah, look, as we go
That's
into...
below a second.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
22.9 through sector 1 for Brad Ray. He's about to flash up on sector 2, and it's another purple sector. He was 7 tenths quicker than the leading duo in that one, and now he's right with them.
I am gonna go on a limb here and say he could actually win this. He could actually win this if he doesn't muck about with the passes when he gets them, depending where he gets to them.
Christian Iden, I think in terms of the speed of the Kawasaki, he might have the rhythm here to go through. Yeah, he's definitely got the chance because we're about to start the final lap and he is right with them. By the time we get to Lodge, he'll be on their tail. We've got a bit of traffic coming up ahead as well. That could play a part.
Every time I think.
So, into Lodge corner. 91 on the Motor Rapido Ducati. Leon Haslam leads from Christian Iden. But Brad Ray is coming like a steam train and he needs this so badly. These could be crucial points.
Lap.
Into turn 1, a 34 flat now for Bradley Ray.
1.2 seconds quicker than to him through this. He's going to have to go when he gets to him.
But Christian Iden also senses that he might be able to win this race. He's trying to go through as well. Look at this lovely sweeping line from Brad Ray through Cascade. He's lining up a move here, potentially into Ireland.
He's
on Christian Iden. Is he going to out the inside?
Yes,
he is. Brad Ray is coming through here. This is one of the rides of the year. Now into Shell Oils. Still a few bike lengths between him and Leon Haslam, but Leon won't know he's coming. The traffic up ahead hopefully will move, the blue flag being waved. This is incredible from Brad. Well, that's Richard Kerr just going through.
Yes.
He'll have seen the blue flag, I am certain of that. Ray then out of the chicane, over the hilltop, just trying to keep that front wheel off the floor. He's not going to go here.
Now the Ducati just has a speed down the straight. He's going to get... Well,
will he pop through at Knickerbrook?
He's going to try and go...
Yes, he does. Into the right-hander. Fantastic from Brad Ray. And now he's just got a few corners remaining to pull off what is one of the rides of the season.
Yes,
from 14th on the grid. Yep. He had to deliver here today at Oulton Park.
Haslam's going to have the speed down the straight. Is he going to get him down at Lodge? He'll have a go.
Is he going to be close enough?
I don't think he is.
Does he block him off? Leon Haslam will surely go for it. No, he's not close enough. The checkered flag is out. Brad Ray, take a bow. This championship closes up once more. One of the rides of the season. Ray wins for Raceways Yamaha. Incredible. Incredible.
Unbelievable that was.
Leon Haslam takes second, Iden third, Kyle Ryde fourth, who of course will still have a healthy advantage in the championship. But I've got to be honest, that has taken my breath away a bit. That was amazing.
Brilliant race and brilliant ride.
In 8 laps, James, that's all he had?
Yep. He timed it to perfection. Not that you can actually plan that. That was just him just...
He was 2.4 seconds away from those guys.